deserve me. After all, the voices come. Was I not worthy? Now the storm is come and gone. I see it clearly. I can finally see the truth, cause the battle's won. They did not deserve me. I see the truth now. See the friendly enemies. I can finally see the truth now. Hypocrisy, it don't matter what you do. Hey, history, don't waste in the talent. Trying to help these little kids. I see the truth now. Hey, not family and what I'll do now. Hey, it's bet on me. Never giving up my commitment to the dream. You will never kill my hope or take my victory. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, family? We are live again. I'm back at you here. This is becoming a daily inspirational content. It's Friday night. It's 6 p.m. Eastern. You ain't got nothing to do anyways. That's why you're scrolling and you found me. So get ready to be entertained a little bit. Get ready to have some fun. I want to hit you with some truth today. I want to give you something that I have found over the last number of years that really matters. Really matters. So go ahead and click that share button. If you're online right now and you hear my voice, click that share button. Somebody needs to hear this message. In fact, if somebody in your life hears this message, it may just change the game for you. All right? Click that share button. Let's jump right into what we're talking about. By the way, I can see your comments. If you got something to say, nothing comes out but some gibberish. Throw it out there. I want to see you. What's up, Shiloh? I see Shiloh's in the house. Hey, good to see you, buddy. All right, you guys got to type it out. Give me some emojis or what have you. All right, let's get into the concept. Your truth, hear me on this. Your truth is your truth. The hardest thing about trying to help people is that your truth is not my truth. See, education's a funny thing. When you try to get into education to help people, you come in this thing with like this really positive, outwardly, let's just say positive and engaging and endearing kind of personality. You're like, I'm going to help people. This is going to be awesome. You know that nothing is harder than helping people? Because your truth is not my truth. Your experiences do not reflect my experiences. So the game is this. The game is not to give people the radical truth because that's what they ask for. The game is to give them the radical truth in a package that they can actually comprehend. So your reality is not my reality. This is the problem. I can give you the exact formula for making $1 million because I've done it. I can give you the exact formula for launching an online community. I can give you the exact formula for starting a business, hiring people, building a process. I can give you the formula for mentoring people, just like I can give you the formula for writing a song. But if you come into this equation with, it's not possible, I can't do it, it's not for me, this, and this, you are robbing yourself of the blessing because we're not listening. We live in a world right now where you are constantly criticizing, is it true? In fact, you are so repulsed by what could be the truth that it's taken you off the path of growth and success. See, you're seeing something that is evidence. You're seeing something that is factual. And when you see these things, the first thing you go, is this guy credible? Is this thing true? Like, you know, people have been buying real estate for decades and decades. You know, people have been investing in companies and real estate and deals. You know, people have been saving their money, creating financial prosperity. You're watching the news. You're watching people make money. You're watching people live happy, healthy lives. I've been married 15 years. I'm a blessed man. But if I tell you the secrets for a marriage are that, hey, God brought your partner into the equation, frankly, to mature you. What if it was about polishing these stones, two friction stones, so that you can smoothen out your own edges? What if marriage was a tool to help you become a better man? What if marriage wasn't about perfection? It was about progress. It's interesting. But I can give you the formula for finances. Listen, I can give you the formula right now in a digital age to launch a business. I can give you the formula for doubling how much people pay you per hour. What's up, Forrest? I can give you the formula for actually taking control of your personal happiness. The problem is you don't believe it's true. So you criticize. You sit far back. You sit in the back of the class, and unless you have proximity to me, this is the problem with social media. You don't know what to believe. Why? Because you really don't know somebody's intentions at the end of the day. If you're hearing me, give me a thumbs up. If this is coming across loud and clear, let me know. Thumbs this up for me. You don't know my intentions. So you're watching me on social media right now, and you're saying, do I like this guy? Do I trust this guy? And if you don't know this guy, well, then you have to go so much further to trust this guy. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm here to do. Somebody called me a greedy prick the other day. You're just a greedy prick because I send emails, because I'm saying hi all the damn time, because I'm online telling you my version of the truth, because I'm trying to liberate people from financial stupidity. I mean, the reality is so many people are making less money than they deserve, and you're the victim and you're the guilty party. Like, you're willing to work for somebody for way less than what you should. And the longer you do it, the longer you're going to defend it. It's the hard truth about making money, is that until you're willing to embrace a reality difference, like, I don't live in your reality. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I don't work for somebody, right? This is the hard part about having a career, okay, and having conviction. This is the difference. You have a career. I have conviction and belief in myself. I don't want a career. I don't want to work for somebody. I don't want to work for some company. I don't want to put my faith in some dude and hopefully he doesn't lay me off, fire me, or whatever, or downsize when he makes a bad decision. I'm not trying to work for you. But if that's all you know, if all you know is working for somebody else, if that's been your past and your experience, and your relationship to a job equals security, if your relationship to a job equals paying your mortgage, putting food on your kid's plate, I don't want to condemn you. I don't want to condemn you for feeding your kids. I don't want to condemn you to go into your job. I don't want to condemn you because you're pursuing consistency and stability. But here, let me give you the reality check. In most people's lives, over 70%, you can check this statistic because I'm pulling it in accordance with the DISC profile. And the DISC profile says that over 70% of people would rather have stability than opportunity. Okay? So what does that mean? That means that when I tell you, you can literally double your income. Like now, you could literally build an online business for next to $0. You could understand the digital revolution ever since the advent of the internet. You could jump online just like everybody else on the planet who's like on Zoom, doing coaching, doing training, learning, growing. You could do all of that, but because you're so tied to the safety and security, the relationship between you and that 9-to-5 is so strong. You're so dependent on that 9-to-5 job that when I tell you you can double your income, you're like, you must be a scam. You know what's a scam? Your 9-to-5 job. But if I tell you that and I rub it in your face and I push it down your throat, you're going to say, man, this guy's too much. He's too aggressive. What if I just had a radical truth, which is that most people live very, very poor financial lives. You make bad decisions about money, and not because you're bad people, not because you're dumb, not because you don't necessarily believe that something isn't better or more for you, but because that's what you've conditioned yourself to do. You've conditioned yourself to take that security blanket paycheck, and that security blanket replaces opportunity. So instead of success, you got security. Instead of growth, you have the comfort of that paycheck. Here's what I want you to understand. When it comes to money, there is very specific rules. Money is about numbers and data, and I get fired up. I get fired up not because I want you to necessarily live this truth. I get fired up for me. I live this truth. I'm living in the truth of what's possible for my life. I'm living in the truth of what's possible for people who appreciate and understand this message. But if that's not you, and you don't choose that for your life, well, then nobody's going to choose it for you. Humans will always default to the greatest of comforts. You're going to default to the thing that brings you the most stability, even if it's wrong, in my opinion. Even if it's not good for you, in my opinion, even if it makes you subservient to somebody else's vision for their life, which I don't agree with, that's where you're going to default, is your place of comfort. I don't agree with you living out somebody else's dream. I don't. I don't agree with you trading your time for the next 20 years to do somebody else's vision. I agree with you. In this society where we live right now, we are information age. We're now in the conceptual age. We're now in the age where we serve, we teach, we add value. There is nothing stopping you from launching an incredible business. There's nothing stopping you from doubling your income this year. There's nothing stopping you other than you. The hard part about education is that people don't want the unadulterated truth. I see this all the time. I see dudes like Dave Ramsey online talking about basic financial independence. And he says, save your money and pay down your debt. None of those things are wrong, by the way. None of those things are off. All those things make sense. Any logical person says, yeah, Dave, we shouldn't have bad debt. Yeah, Dave, we should have some extra money. Yeah, Dave, that makes sense. It's logical. But what do? We criticize Dave because some other person says, no, go leverage to the hills. Burn your cash, get rid of your cash. You get so many competing statements online that you don't even know what's right anymore. Am I right? If you're in the comments and this is true, give me a thumbs up. You're here, this out of the equation, 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 right? One dude's telling you burn all your cash. Cash is crap. Cash flow is king. Another dude's like, no, you need cash reserves because if you don't have cash reserves, then you'll live in a life full of stress. I literally saw the same opposing belief in the same day on Instagram. So which is it for you in your life? It's about the story you're deciding to write. You may have beliefs about how money works. You may have beliefs about your relationship. This is the game. This is the game right here. Are you ready for it? When you believe it, you'll do it. And if you don't believe it, you won't do it. And if you can't believe it and you can't do it, then you just got to start doing it and then you'll believe it. You can choose. You can choose to believe it, and that takes you into a place of action. Or you can choose to say, I don't believe it, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to save my money anyways. I'm going to go ahead and just try out this concept of launching a business anyways. These are the only two avenues for you to move it forward. You believe, and then you do, or you do in hopes of one day believing. Those are the two narratives. The truth is, it doesn't matter which one you actually adopt. It doesn't matter if you decide to create belief and then go do the dang work. Or it doesn't matter if you just do the dang work, even though you don't necessarily see the vision, see the outcome, but you're moving in the right general direction. What I do agree with is this: whatever you want for your life, move towards it. If you want financial independence in your life, move towards it. The speed at which you move towards, the road at which you take, doesn't matter as much as the fact that you're moving towards it. You will increase your speed. You will adjust the coordinates of your road. But unless you're moving in the general direction, you don't have a shot at hell of getting there. So the truth is, move. What I've learned to do in life is whether I believe it emphatically or I don't believe it emphatically, if it's something I want, like financial freedom, I'm just doing it. Doesn't matter if it's hard. It doesn't matter if it's difficult. Doesn't matter if you don't agree and you criticize me. It doesn't matter if you're sitting on that side of the camera looking at me and saying, this guy's dumb. He's full of crap. He's full of this. He's full of that. Listen, I have learned in life to focus on insight because insight has more peace for me than agreement. You don't have to agree with me. You agreeing with me is complicated. You agreeing me forces me to become defensive about the things I believe. You and I having to be in agreement over every single topic is difficult. Frankly, it's a lot of wasted energy. For me to force you into agreement, you have to be wrong. Or for you to force me into agreement, I gotta be wrong. One of us has to be wrong for us to find agreement if we start with disagreement. So how about this? How about if we just start with insight? Hey, Ben, this is what I believe. Okay. Hey, viewer, this is what I believe. Okay. Let's look at the outcomes that both of us are presently in. From a financial standpoint, I'm doing better than you, meaning I don't have financial stress and worries, meaning I have money in the bank, meaning I have businesses producing cash flow, meaning I have investments all the way from super basic investments to more complicated private equity, stocks, and crypto. By the way, nice job, Cardano. You're moving back in the right direction. But what I'm saying to you is, look at the outcome, and then you can make a distinction. If you and I don't agree on marriage, but yet somehow you have a more peaceful marriage, then if I really want to grow, whether I believe in your methodology or don't, whether I believe like that you are right or wrong, I got to at least evaluate the option because you seem to have a greater sense of peace than I do. So here's what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is, I'm going to keep putting on incredible events. I have one next weekend. It's called the Skill Monetization Event. I want to show people that you have everything you need to double your income. everything you need to double your income, except the right mentor in your life, except the right person to push you. That's what you're missing. You got friends and family and people who love you. You got a lot of stuff. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have all this stuff. You just don't know how to tap it because you don't know who can help you tap it. So come next weekend. It's totally free. Bring a friend. But what's important is that you start standing up for yourself and saying you deserve more and you believe more. And if you don't believe, then at least take the action. This is the contrast, right? Next time you're online and you see somebody and they're giving you financial advice or relationship advice, we're quick to go yes or no. That's stupid. That's right. That's stupid. That's right. The interesting dynamic is that there's some level of truth to everything, right? And here's what you got to know about people. When I meet business owners, most business owners, they're of the evangelical nature, which means they are by default in the category of behavioral indexing. They're in the category of promoter. So when I meet somebody who is a promoter, and by the way, I have a test for this. If anybody wants the test, you probably should get at me. But I actually do the test. And if you come across, if you are defined as a promoter, then I know instantly how I need to coordinate my time, my energy around you. You will constantly be in the belief of the future and speak it as if it's present. Here's the wisdom on this, right? Well, man, they're just making stuff up. They're just lying all the time. They're just creating and over embellishing and this, that, and the other thing. You know what? Yes, they are. At the same time, they're a person in such deep belief that they wouldn't even know the reality if you hit them in the face. They're moving towards something and speaking as if it's true. So you get all of this stuff in the world around manifesting and, projecting and belief and all this. There is a place for all of it. There's also a place for the very left brain thinking that says, I'm just going to do the work. I'm just doing it. I'm just following ABC because there is evidence that ABC leads to outcome. There is evidence that launching a business leads to more income. There is evidence that buying real estate leads to greater wealth. There is evidence that if you go live, you will impact more people. There is evidence of these things. It's the activity produces evidence. So for most of us watching right now, you're thinking, I have to prove it to myself that this business works, that this thing works. And the truth is, there is nothing we're going to invent that hasn't already been invented in some other capacity. You don't have to prove that real estate works. You also don't have to prove that business works. You have to prove that you work. The key ingredient in growth, in success, is you. Your ability to maintain conviction and belief, your ability to plow through when other people give up. Listen, you could literally double or triple your income if you would just acknowledge that the only determining factor is not the market, it's not the variables, it's not the strategy, it's not the asset category. The thing that determines if you succeed is you. Will you hit a lucky streak? Yes. Will you hit an up market? Absolutely. Will you find some incredible opportunity that most people can't even see? Yes. I learned a long time ago that when skill plus chance get together, that equals opportunity. When a chance happens, an occurrence happens, and you got the skill, you see it as an opportunity. Somebody who doesn't have the skill doesn't see it as an opportunity. Somebody who doesn't see the occurrence, they don't see the game, still doesn't see the opportunity. Opportunity happens when skill plus chance collide. So here's my thing to you. I want you to come join me next week. Skill monetization event. It's on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's amazing. It's free. You need to be there. Why? You can be there. Listen, come, turn your camera off. Don't even participate. But why should you be there? Because I'm going to push you towards radical truth. You may or may not adopt all of it. That's okay. But if you can capture a nugget, if you can take something back, then it can change the quality of your life. Here's your option right now. You can spend the rest of this call and conversation evaluating me, my credibility, what I've done, who I am, yada, 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 yada. You want to look at my resume to determine if I know what I'm talking about. Or you can make a decision to look at your resume and ask yourself this question. Am I happy with its progress? Do I deserve better in my life? And if so, I should go anywhere where progress matters. Here's what I've learned. I've learned that oftentimes we evaluate a speaker on their ability to move us emotionally. and we say that person was a good speaker. They've moved me emotionally. They've created a level of emotional interest in the topic, and now they are a good speaker. What if I told you, what if I said that a good speaker has nothing to do with their ability to engage you? A good speaker simply gives you the level of content, information, insight that you could actually make some kind of meaningful progress with. So whether you like my personality, whether you don't like my personality, I'm learning that it's actually irrelevant. Oftentimes, people will write a guy like me off because I'm excitable. I'm crazy. I move at 1,000,000 miles a minute. I'm going to start and fail and polish and start again and fail and figure it out 10 times before you ever get started. That's my personality. I love that about me. I love being aggressive. I love being on top of it. It helps me create a competitive advantage. But this information is not about me. This information is about you. So here's your choice. I recognize that most people on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, what have you, 90% of you came here not to get better, but to consume something because you're tired, bored, or uninspired. I understand that most people did not come here looking for some inspirational message, but instead to watch a cat video, and I ain't your pussycat. So you're like, man, this sucks. Where's my cat video? It boggles the mind to me that the things that go viral are the stupidest things in humanity. The things that make no real clear difference are not about progress. So I have to dilute it down to this thing. The distractions are what people are seeking. So most people who are in attendance, most people who watch and see this kind of content are not looking to inspire and engage themselves. They are living in such a defeated state of mind that they're looking to distract themselves from the present day reality. So many people are looking for a distraction. They're looking for a moment of dopamine so that they can forget about the crap life that they live. They're not happy. They're uninspired. They're bored. They're dating people, married to people they don't even like. They're in jobs that they liked at the beginning and now they're frustrated by. They're overweight, obese, or unhappy with their health condition, or they're just generally uninspired. You've been so hammered by perfect images of perfect people and movie stars and things that tell you what you should be. This world keeps telling you to change who you are, to adapt to the world. And I'm the person telling you, you do not have to change to fit the world view. You are you. And you are valuable the way you are. And you are smart and strong enough the way you are. It's not about who you are. It's about what you're doing. You're already good enough. You don't have to prove it to the rest of the world. And you don't have to prove it to me. In fact, nothing is more liberating than me telling you, I don't have to prove it to you. I don't have to prove how smart I am. I know how smart I am. But it matters what I do. See, a contribution. So here's what I want to leave you with is this concept. Your contribution matters. What you do while you're on this earth, it matters. And I have seen broken people take brokenness and turn it into beauty. I have seen people who have had survivor mindset, bear survivor, turn it into success. I've seen people go from defeat to absolute victory. And it's because they made a choice that their story actually matters. So your story matters. Even if it's one person on the live stream, your story matters. You are a person who is valuable the way you are. You've been created in such a unique way. And your job is not to start questioning your value. Your job is to start creating and taking advantage of the things that you have in your life. If you have an opportunity, plant that seed, brother or sister. If you have an opportunity in life to go and do something, plant that seed. There's seeds of forgiveness. There's seeds of mental health. There's seeds of financial prosperity. I'm coming for all of it. One of the most powerful words that I've learned is the word and. So many of you get stuck because you are compromising using the word or. Do I have health or wealth? Do I have a great relationship with my wife or do I become a workaholic? Do I have free time and passions or do I have a career? It's not about and, it's not about the word or, it's about and. How do you do both? How do you have it all? If you care about the quality of your life, then start asking and answering different questions. Quality of questions equals quality of life. Do you want to become a person who's more intentional with your time and resources? Do you think it's stupid? Do you think it's like, and I don't know, the next generation has so many available resources with technology and social media. They already know. But is it about laziness? Is it about what you can't do? Or is it just a matter that you need a kick in the butt? So I'm gonna leave you with this. You came here, you clicked this because it looked interesting. Either you were looking for cat videos. Sorry, can't help you. Ain't no cats here. You were looking for some kind of inspiration. And if so, I'm here for it. I'm here to push you and guide you. That's the whole point. You can come join me. Come have a conversation. I'm going live multiple times a week. You want to come and have an intimate dialogue? Come join the group. We have a group happening on Monday night. IgniteNewHope.com. That's the initiative. Why Ignite New Hope? Because I realize that success is holistic. I realize that it's going to require more than just a financial conversation for you to live the kind of fulfilled life that you actually want to live. I'm tired of shallow conversations. I'm tired of telling you that if you just make money, you'll be happy. You won't. You'll be miserable. You'll be just as miserable as you are now. More money is not more happiness. You got to take a hold of all of life, the essence of life. You got to start with the internal and say, who are you and what are you here to accomplish? Money is a part of that. Health is a part of that. The relationships you cultivate are a part of that. I believe you can have it all. And if you're looking at me saying, I love this guy, I'm fired up. Imagine hanging out with me for a couple days. We got a massive performance happening. It's going to be epic next weekend. Click the link and join us. So in the meantime, I think you're incredible. If somebody didn't tell you today, I'll tell you today, you are worth more than what you are getting. You deserve better than what you're allowing yourself to receive today. Hope to see you soon. God bless you. Have an incredible night. Peace out and stay humble.